names and take some pictures that will put you on TV, so you might as well print right now. I want to thank you for joining us for the 5th annual Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation Dream Maker Award. We have some special people here today we'll get to in a moment. But now that we have you all in your seats, could you please stand for the national anthem by Erica Gonzalez, Texas A&M San Antonio student who has performed all over the country and in Latin America. And I'll tell you more about her in just a moment. But first, the national anthem, and then please remain standing for the invocation.
Oh, see, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, no bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now the invocation, Andres Holiday, who happens to be president of the Student Government Association. Andres.
I'm going to go ahead and try to top that. I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Go ahead and bow our heads for the prayer. Creator and sustainer of all that is or will be, accept our thanks for this day and all its blessings. We ask you to guide and direct our foundation and university, its leaders and its actions. Guide our students and open their minds as they travel the path of higher education. Grant that each of us may feel our responsibility in education, to our university, to our community. Bless the fellowship today, and bless this food for our nourishment of our bodies. In your service, amen.
Amen. You may be seated here. I just want to tell you a little bit before they leave here. Andres is not only president of the Student Government Association, but a double major in political science and psychology. And I still smell politics up here. I'm not sure. It could be. And I want to tell you also about Erica. She's from San Antonio as well, and she was on the Spanish version of American Idol and toured with that group, and she's already a professional singer, and she's going to graduate this winter. So thank you to both of them. And obviously examples of what Texas A&M San Antonio can do. I'd like to introduce some special guests with us today. First of all, I met him earlier. I can't see right now with all the lights, but Coach Gene Stallings. Former Dream Maker Award recipients. By the way, I'm from TV, so while I'm up here, you can go ahead and eat. I'm used to it. Please work on that because we have a lot to get to. Usually I don't have to watch you eat, but this is okay. We have former Dream Maker Award recipient Lowry Mays right here. He's former boss of mine, so I have to say, Mr. Mays, thank you. Dr. Carl Robbins. So, first of all, Mr. Steen is the past Secretary of State of Texas. We also have Texas State Rep. Justin Rodriguez, Texas State Rep. Mike Villarreal. Are they here? Come on. They will be giving up later for cash, as well as Texas State Rep. Texas A&M Assistant Regent Elaine Mendoza, and San Antonio City Councilwoman Rebecca Diagran. Judge now Jeff Wentworth. All right, whoever is with them at the table, you have to do a move or something, so we can just. Okay, Ray Madrigal, Superintendent of Harlandale. Alana Saavedra, Superintendent, South San. Dr. Mike Flores, President of Palo Alto College. Andrew Thompson, represents the Monday Superintendent of Edgewood. Justice Sandy Meredith, right there. Honorable Maria Lynn Bernard. All the judges except for together. Helen Modlett, South San ISD Board. Stacy Estrada, South San ISD Board. Alamo College Trustees, Yvonne Katz, Anna Bustamante, and Joe Alderete Jr. And Tamara Campan, the Brooks Development Authority Board member. And I think I put your names for right now. We are very honored to have all of you here with us today for an important event. It's going to bring us together, recognizing the important role that the community plays, you play, in raising money and support scholarship dollars for education for people like Erica and Andres. Many of the successes of Texas A&M, San Antonio, and students wouldn't be possible without your support and your presence here today. I want to thank you for all you do. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Mark Outlaw, who is chairman of the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation Board. Please welcome Mr. Mark Outlaw.
Randy, thank you. And thanks to all of you for being here. It's really exciting practice. We're going to do it every year. We really appreciate y'all coming today. It's exciting for our foundation board to get together with you. Honor yet another great contributor to education. So, esteemed colleagues, thank you once again for being here. Thank you once again for your continued support and participation. I'm joined today by a great group of people who serve on the foundation board. They're committed to ensuring the success of Texas A&M San Antonio students. I'd like to introduce them. Board members, if you're with me, and call your name and please hold your applause for everyone of them now. First, Danny Flores, chair-elect. Dr. Arlene Patterson, past chair. Isaac Ayala. Dr. Roger Campos. Douglas Carter. Former A&M Regent Raul Fernandez. Kurt Kistner. Dr. Frank Model III. Derek Geiser. Harold Oliver. From Model for Chief. Josue Reyes. Francis Ortiz Dolce. Regent Ida Clement-Steen, BCC, Clark Mulder, Howard Hicks, and Anthony Walker. Board member section all of you. I would also like to introduce members of the President's Advisory Board who are here with us today. First, Dr. Raheem here. Jim Adams. Terry Rachel Wells, Jason Sam, Rachel Guetta, Rosemary Kowalski, Larry May, Dr. Paul Rama, Lionel Sosa, Martel Jackson. Thank you very much for your
We are now in our 5th year as a standalone university, and in that brief time, I am thrilled to announce that our student enrollment has increased 200%. In every area, our university is experiencing incredible growth. Student organizations, academic programs, and services we can offer to our students. Most recently, with our Board of Regents, our chancellors, community leaders, Senator Lesti, Representative Arias, Councilwoman Viagran, and many other local dignitaries, we celebrated the dedication and grand opening of our new and iconic Central Academic Building and our state-of-the-art auditorium. Breathtakingly beautiful inside and out, the Central Academic Building offers classrooms, science labs, study areas, a new state-of-the-art library, recreational spaces, and a great food service. The 420-seat auditorium provides opportunity for the arts, music, and an expanded lecture series. And on November 1st, we will host and celebrate the grand opening of Patriots Casa, a uniquely designed academic home for our military family. In our College of Education, a revolutionary teacher and school leadership preparation program continues to partner with 11 school districts and the 5 Alamo colleges, producing highly sought-after teachers and administrators who are ready from day one to meet the challenges of today's classrooms. The College of Business, currently located at Brook City Base, features our Center for Cybersecurity and master's degrees in both business and public administration, and challenging and engaging undergraduate programs in international business, cybersecurity, and information technology. And the College of Arts and Sciences continues to offer exceptional programs that give our students real-life, applied research opportunities to gain practical experience in the fields of political science, criminology, and sociology. Our graduates are being hired by businesses, local government, school districts, law enforcement, and human service agencies throughout the city and region, all ready from day one to go to work. And in collaboration with our A&M agencies and experts as far away as Spain and Israel, we're hard at work on the development of research in programs to address water issues that are so critical to our city, our region, and our state. We know that A&M SA is truly changing the landscape of San Antonio, but most exciting, and what I, as president, find most rewarding, is the way we're not only changing our landscape, but the lives of our students. 60% who are the first in their family to attend a university. Daily, I'm inspired by their stories and how they exemplify our university's core values: excellence, integrity, service, and commitment. And now I'm delighted to call your attention to the screens for an inspirational look at 3 of these amazing students, all recipients of your commitment to education. They will share firsthand what your generosity means to them. Thank you.
I would like to thank Texas A&M San Antonio. It truly is life-changing.
Gracias, Texas A&M San Antonio.
I would now like to thank the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation for helping dreams become a reality.
My name is Irma Garza Perales, and I am pursuing a degree in sociology. I have transferred from San Antonio College, and currently my GPA is 3.75. My daughter passed away in 2007 in a family automobile accident. That took a lot out of me. As a grieving parent, it took 4 years to overcome that personal loss. And through a mentor, I was able to become inspired to start my education. Just last week, my first granddaughter was born, Amora, and she has received her aunt's name, Bethany. Her name is Amora Bethany de Leon. And I am so thankful that God has fulfilled His promise with us, and even in that. Yes, and she will be a future Jaguar, and I'm so excited that she'll be part of the Jaguar family. Most importantly, I just want to thank those that have provided a scholarship for students like me. Without it, I wouldn't be here. I certainly didn't have the money. There was no money for me to be able to attend this, and being a full-time student, I did not want to sacrifice neither my grades nor my children in the process of trying to pursue an education. I would like to thank Texas A&M San Antonio for this scholarship. It truly is life-changing.
I'm Luz Lascari and my major is AC36 Bilingual Education. They have provided me with more than 5 scholarships. I have been awarded with Hispanic Women Network Texas and ANSYRA scholarship. They have supported me with financial support with my materials and tuitions. And they have facilitated my schedule and life as mother, student, and wife. I'm happy because now I have the support and the confidence to continue with my education. I'm the first generation, and Texas A&M has provided many opportunities to Latinas as me to become professionals. My daughter has been my inspiration so I can continue with my education as bilingual teacher. I want her to be a professional too in my next generations. I want to inspire my family and other students, other Latinos students, so they can graduate as me with a higher standard of education.
Quiero agradecer a la Fundación Texas A&M San Antonio, ya que han ayudado a graduarme y ha ayudado con la ayuda financiera y a que mi sueño se haga realidad. Gracias, Texas A&M San Antonio.
Hi, my name is Catalina Almeida. I graduated from San Antonio College with my Associates in Education. I am now a senior here at Texas A&M San Antonio, and I plan on getting my degree in Education, Generalist 4 through 8, with a certificate in math. Growing up, I was raised in a single-family home, and in 4th grade, I was struggling in one of my math classes. My teacher had offered to help tutor me. However, since I was in a single family, my mom worked and was unable to always pick me up from school, so I rode the bus home. My teacher then took it upon herself to ask my mother if it was okay for her to tutor me after school and then drive me home. My mom said yes, and the teacher fulfilled her promise. She tutored me after school and gave me a ride home, and that inspired me to become a teacher. I would like to be that teacher to inspire other children as I was inspired. And currently I am a Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation Scholarship, and that has helped me a lot. This semester I started my field residency at Lowell Middle School, and the professors here at Texas A&M San Antonio have really prepared me to transition easily from here at the college to the middle school to help prepare the students for high school. I would now like to thank the Texas A&M San Antonio Foundation for helping dreams become a reality.
Please stand and be recognized. Today and for your contributions to our community, and we hope you do very well and stay right here in San Antonio, or come back anyway. It's important for the donors to know where the money that you are so generously giving is going to go. And while I talk about scholarships, no pressure, but I'm going to take a few pictures, and we're going to be putting these on as kind of a class photo. The stories are so inspiring. I'm going to get to the reason I'm doing this in just a minute. Those who attend really rely on those scholarships. lot of them, so please remember there are envelopes on your table, and you can make a gift today or pledge a gift. We also happen to have a staff member in the foyer with a credit card machine. They have all the angles covered here. So, and now this is why I have the camera. It says right here that you should raise your hand if you'd like to have someone come to your table. And no pressure, but this is an easy way for you to make a difference now. I just wanted to actually get a panoramic shot that I'll put together. It's an easy way for you to make a difference in the lives of people right now. You can fill out your card, you can leave it with an A&M San Antonio staff member. They are wearing name tags. She is right in the back right there. If you'd like to raise your hand now. I don't think I got anybody raising their hand, but your thoughtfulness today will definitely have a major impact on our community and in the lives of people like you just saw here. I'd like to invite Dr. Ferrier and Mark Outlaw and Benji Flores to the stage as we prepare to present this year's Dream Maker Award. Dr. Ferrier? You can give her a hand again. She's so shy.
The Dream Maker Award is a very special award because it embodies the efforts and passion of a man who first had a dream to create an institute of higher institutions in the south side of San Antonio, the late great Senator Frank Hoffman. Today, we also want to recognize the congressman that served the district where the school is located, Senator Oresti and Representative Reyes, who continue with the passion and drive that Senator Mata brought to the school in its beginning. The Dream Maker Award is fittingly named and awarded for those who help make dreams become reality at Texas A&M San Antonio. Thank you to all of our past Dream Maker recipients. And now, please help me welcome to the podium my foundation colleague and this year's chair of this event who's done a fantastic job. Proud Aggie Mom and the proud Aggie Mom, Ms. Benji Flores.
Thank you, Mark, and thank all of you so much for being here today. You know, I thought it was quite a daunting task just to plan this event, but when they asked me if I would introduce our honorary chairman, Mr. Martel Zachary, I thought that has to be the biggest challenge of all. I believe I don't have to introduce him because all of you know Mr. Zachary's accomplishments, his skill, his talent, his contributions in the construction industry, his history of philanthropy, his history of some of the most remarkable buildings throughout the world, and more than anything else, a history of a proud Aggie. His father and Aggie himself, they together have brought, I believe, Aggieism to San Antonio and carried it well. Well, today in San Antonio, we have the Jaguars. And we have benefited so much from Aggies. And we want to thank all Aggies who are here today, and all non-Aggies who have seen fit to support this wonderful university. It is a collaboration, and it is a university that has been built by the cooperation and generosity of many. Mr. Zachary has held many positions throughout his career. He, of course, is very devoted to the Texas A&M work to death, but professionally, he has served many leadership roles in many construction-related organizations. There's several, and I could name them, but you know, we just know that he participates all over. More importantly, he has left a legacy because now his has been divided since 2009, or I should say reorganized into two companies which are led by his children. In sum, the Zachary name, the Zachary family, can be described by a few words. Those words have been and continue to be vision, excellence, opportunity, generosity, and commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, our honorary chairman, Mr. Bartel Zachary.
A&M as coach. That's amazing. then from there, he went to the Cowboys for 14 years. What a marvelous part of football that he had. And then from there, and I want to kind of skip a little bit, but he was out at, after that, he did go to a pro team, but then to Alabama as head coach there. So he was head coach at A&M and head coach at Alabama within his career. Those are great achievements in their own right. But his fellow coaches, those in the game of football, honored him as being one of the members of the Coaches Hall of Fame, which he entered in I want to say 2010. But that didn't just capsulize his contributions to the sport of football. I think it says something about him as a man when you talk about him as a parent. When you think about the special needs kid that he had and who he thought and worked with, but was obviously a part of his life. And he chronicled that a little bit in a book that he wrote, Coaches League, that special needs child. And I commend to you what it takes of a parent to handle all of the tasks of the day, but also the special tasks and needs of a parent with a special needs child. That's our coach, Gene Stahl. That's what he brings when you look at the whole package. Someone who has helped build A&M. Let's welcome Gene Stahl.
She wanted me to go with her to Human speak on Yuma, says no to drugs. And I said, Governor, I'll be more than happy. Over 5,000 people in the audience, everybody hitting on the governor. She said, I want to sit beside Coach Stallings. He's the only one here that doesn't want anything. There's a curtain behind us. She was sitting to my left. Somebody called me up to the podium, asked me a question, I went back and sat down. My chair was the head of the governor's. You don't feel comfortable sitting in front of the governor. So I just sort of scooted my chair back, you know. Well, when I did, I went off the back. I hit her right upside down. She goes flying back, her head hits the cloud, her eyes roll back, and said, Lord, I've killed the governor. I've seen him do this on television. I'm trying to do that over once, but I'm doing it. I see her little eye through it. No, she's not dead, but I do not know how to address a woman governor, and this is why I got to say something. I looked at her and I said, honey, you okay? She said, my head hurts. I said, if it hadn't been for all that hair, you'd be dead. Not the thing to say. If you're ever in that situation, I don't care what you say, don't say that. My complaining days are over. You people complain all you want to. My complaining days are over. Little Johnny had Down syndrome. He was fretful. Those of us that have children, we can know when something's not right. I got a monitor beside my bed. I go and I get in bed with him. He's having a hard time breathing. I check his oxygen saturation. I don't know if you know anything about oxygen saturation. When you go in the hospital, they put that little thing on your finger. They're checking your oxygen saturation. Everybody's in the 90s. Everybody is. If you fall below 90, you're ready for ICU. I checked Johnny. He was 63. I said, Johnny, how do you feel? He said, I'm fine. I'm fine. Every reason in the world to complain just a little bit. We didn't do it. Said, I'm fine. Passed away the next morning. My complaining days are over. Little Johnny couldn't count, he couldn't spell cat, couldn't count to 10. I give pills every night. I'd give one big old pill and I'd get him to count 10, get his mind off of it. He just couldn't do it. He's had books written about it. He's had songs written about it. The only guy that was in the United Way commercial for the National Football League for 2 years. As long as they play football at the University of Alabama, the equipment room is named the John Mark Stallings Equipment Room. Beautiful playground. 2 or 3 of them in the state of Alabama, named after Johnny. Faulkner University named their football playing field. We're talking about a child that had Down syndrome. Football playing field. John Mark Stallings Field, Abilene Christian University. Big 4 people that they felt like had literally helped change the world. You know, Johnny is one of those 4. Texas A&M, where I'm a graduate of. Your 50th reunion, you give something back. We raised $250,000, $300,000 and endowed a medical scholarship. Some young man, some young lady goes to Texas A&M, studies medicine. John Mark Stallings Medical Scholarship. Just recently on the campus, University of Alabama, they named a street Johnny Stallings Road. When Johnny passed away, the governor of Alabama sent an Alabama State Trooper car to Paris, Texas, to lead the funeral procession. The governor of Texas was there the night before. sudden we talk about college. You know how expensive it is to go to college? I serve on the Easterwood Foundation. Mr. Easterwood left some money. He wanted people to go to Texas A&M and study aeronautical engineering. He bid in the cadet corps. And obviously there are not a lot in aeronautical engineering. A lot of people have fallen out of the cadet corps, but and we receive anywhere from 50 to 100 applicants for these people who want these scholarships. Can't imagine the number of youngsters that want to go to university. They just can't afford it. They just can't afford it. So every once in a while, we come to a meeting such as this and we raise money for somebody has an opportunity to go to school. See, most of us are never involved in a big deal. I'm telling you, that's a big deal. When you make the difference in somebody else's life that you don't even know, it's easy for me to raise money for children with Down syndrome because I've got it. But what about somebody that just out there and their heart just says, see, Mother Teresa says there are two kinds of people. Those that need help and those that help those that need help. A lot of youngsters need a little help. For those of us that have been blessed with good jobs and good health and good families and so forth, wouldn't you hate to think that you've never sent anybody to college other than your children? I'd hate to think that. I'd hate to think that I've only sent my children to college. I had a good friend. He was in the penitentiary. I sent his daughter to college. He would have sent my daughter to college. He needed a little help. I was in a position to help him. Along the way, we need to show a little kindness. You know how important just showing a little kindness is? Whether it's the only place I've ever coached where Johnny didn't like to go to church was St. Louis. I was coaching St. Louis Cardinals. He just didn't like to go, he'd hold on to his mother's skirt, he just wasn't comfortable. Until one day, one lady, just a lady, said, Johnny, down at the end of the hall, there's a table, got a present on it. I think it's got your name on it. Boy, it sort of lit up, you know, and he goes down and a little teddy bear, some didn't amount to a whole lot, but he felt a little bit better about that church. Next Sunday, just a lady. Johnny, down at the end of the hall, there's a table, got a present on it. I think it's got your name on it. Just that little bit of kindness make all the difference in the world. What's that? That Down syndrome. Just a little bit of kindness when we send somebody else to college and know that people ask me from time to time, what was a great joy that I had when I was coaching? It's seeing that player graduate. You know how good did it make me feel? When I'm coaching the University of Alabama, down South Alabama, I'd be recruiting a guy, first one on either side of the family that ever gone to college. You know what his mother would say to me? Help him with his books. Wanted to be a good football player, obviously, but she said, help him with his books. She wanted him to graduate, so a few years later, and I see that youngster walk across the stage. You know how good that made me feel? That's a whole lot bigger deal than winning a few games. Your change, that's life-changing experience. I'm coaching for the Dallas Cowboys. Back in the good days. I love We're sitting around the table trying to come up with a goal the year that we had all these rookies that made our team. This is what it was. After 2 days is what we came up with. Everybody to have a genuine appreciation for the contribution that everybody made. We said now when the year is over, if the offense appreciates the defense, defense the offense, player the coach, coach the player. Player have an appreciation for the trainer that keeps on, equipment man keeping it, just a genuine appreciation. Last game we lost that year was in the Super Bowl. All of my coaching career, I loved the fourth team player. The player that just wasn't good enough to play on Saturday. In college football, you have a travel list. And you post a travel, and if you're a player, and the bus leaves the dorm, you want to be on the bus. You may not play, but you want to be on the bus. Now, some of them just not good enough to be on the bus. I'd see them come down and check the travel list, and they would come by themselves because if they wasn't on it, you know, they'd shed a little tear, and they didn't want anybody to see them. Didn't play on Saturday. I want a guy that played on Saturday to have a genuine appreciation for the guy that got him ready to play. That's that 14 player. That's that 15 player. His contribution was, I'm not going to play on Saturday, but I'm going to get you Lowry ready to play on Saturday. I want you to have an appreciation for that guy that got him ready. See, all of a sudden, you have a little oneness. You read the paper, the team talk about having a little oneness. Chances are you don't even know what that is. But that's where they have an appreciation for each other. The first team player appreciates the third team player, and the third team player appreciates the fourth team player. Just a genuine appreciation. I'm saying that to say this. Have a genuine appreciation for you people that make the difference in somebody else's life. Reaching in the pocketbook and giving a little money so somebody that you don't even know have an opportunity to go to college. Make a difference in their lives. See, when I die, I hope I don't have any money. I hope I've given it away. I hope I've been able to send children to college and make a difference in Paul Lemore's life and children just make a difference in somebody. That falls under the category of a big deal. And so, when we talk about going to college, you know how many kids can't go to college because they just can't afford it? I serve on that Eastwood family, and I read them, and I see the mothers and daddies make the minimum amount of money, and they work in the summertime, they just can't afford it. That's the reason I say an appreciation. And you never know when somebody goes to school, they're going to make a difference in somebody else's life. See, we can be good if we want to badly. In anything, you can be a good football player, you can be a good baseball player, you can be a good businessman. If you want to badly enough. I love the story about my friend Raymond Berry. Raymond and I went to high school together. He was tall and skinny and wore glasses, and feet were so long we called him skis. He catch football. Skis catch football. Daddy was a coach. He gets scholarships for Honor Institute. We all thought his coach, Daddy was a coach. That's where he got this scholarship. He gets a half scholarship to SMU. I'm going to Texas A&M. He's going to SMU. We're working out together, getting our legs in shape. I said, skis. How come you got that headgear on, man? We're just trying to get our legs in shape. He said, yeah, they do when you catch football. It's a little bit. I said, okay. How come you got those shoulder pads on? It's the middle of July. You know how hot it is? You got a hat and shoulder pads on? We just just trying to get her laid. She said, well, listen, Bill. Went to SMU. Went out to track. I don't think he beat anybody. But he got his speed down a little bit better. In high school, he ran a 100-yard dash about 12 flat. He gets his speed down a little bit. Baltimore Colts take him in the 23rd round. When Raymond Berry retired from the Baltimore Colts, he had caught more passes than anybody in the history of the National Football League. Did it just happen? No, it didn't just happen. He got better and better and better and better and better and better and better. So I'm one of those coaches that don't subscribe to the theory that we just weren't ready to play. You may get beat. Don't say you're not ready to play. How can we go to work and not be better this year than we were last year? In anything, it doesn't make any difference what you do. We get better and better and better. So we give an opportunity to some other youngsters to get better and better and better. In closing, during the Christmas vacation, you know, you get letters, you send out letters about what your children are doing, your grandchildren are doing, and you look forward to getting the letters from your friends. I got one 2 or 3 years ago. This lady had a severely handicapped child, both mentally and physically. And she was writing a letter talking about the joys of raising his child. And then he talked about the struggles. This is the way she closed her letter. Life is not about waiting until the storm passes by. It's learning how to dance in the rain. Learning how to dance in the rain. See, Paul Upmore taught Jim Upmore how to dance in the rain. Johnny taught me how to dance in the rain. It's just making the best out of what your situation is and doing the best you can. Everybody can't be the CEO. We're going to be the best we can possibly be. I have a genuine appreciation for you people that take time out of your schedule to come and pay tribute to an outstanding president, Texas A&M San Antonio. You're Mr. Zachary. I knew his daddy. That's how old I am. I knew Mr. Zachary, I was coach at Texas A&M. It's hard getting guys to go to A&M all day. I contacted Mr. Zachary. I said, Mr. Zachary, I got to have 2 of the 3 best jobs in the world. I got to get some players and I give them a good summer job. He said, all right, I'm building an airport somewhere and somewhere else. I'll pay them. I'll send them over there, send them back, pay them so much money while they're there. I said, man, I didn't have a soul in one of those jobs. Not a soul one, you know. What I worry about the youngster this day and time, I've got a cell phone. What I can do with that phone? I can make a call and I can get a call. You know, my grandchildren are here. They can tell me how to go, they can tell me what the score is. I just can't tell you. I mean, they're not even in school yet. I worry about their work ethic. See, if we want to do our children a favor, we teach them how to work. Those of us that have any age on us, we can't remember when we didn't have a job. I had 12, 14 jobs before I got out of high school. I sat groceries at Piggly Wiggly, and I'd run practice or play something. I'm trying to get a job making these paper sacks. You know what the guy told me? He said, you don't have any experience. What do you mean I don't have any experience? He said, I can't make any blame than that. You don't have any experience. I remember looking at him and said, I've had 14 years telling the truth. Been where I was supposed to when I was supposed to. I said, I don't know how to make those sacks. You give me a job, I'm telling you now, I'll learn how to make those sacks. Gave me a job. Learned how to make those sacks. I got a granddaughter. She was in college. She had a little time in between college. I said, honey, why don't you get a job? She said she didn't want one. just think about quitting after dark. So you can always build a fence when you don't need one. The girl said, Daddy, what do you think? I said, I think you need to color. He's a good boy. I know he's a good boy. But I'm telling you, he doesn't have a work ethic. I've got a son-in-law's PhD, one's an MD, one's an attorney, one's a football coach. They all got one thing in common. They're going to build a fence. In closing, I love the poem, The Dash. I read it where a man stood to speak at a funeral of a friend. Made mention of the tombstone, the dates from the beginning to the end. First, he mentioned the date of birth. The latter, he mentioned with tears. He said what matters most of all is that dash between the years. Because it represents all the time that he was alive upon this earth. And only those who knew him best knew what that dash was worth. Matters not how much you own, your house, your cars, your cash. What matters most of all, where you live that dash. If you could just slow down a bit and see what's true and real, try to understand how the other fellow feels. More often, for a smile. With a little dash. No, that's the one. And there's your eulogy being read. And your life is being rehashed. Are you going to be proud to hear the people say, the way you lived your dash? See, it's just something about doing something for somebody else. I've got a daughter right now. Her husband's a doctor. They moved to the country of Haiti. You can't imagine how poor Haiti is. Town of Thomaso, 170,000, had no electricity, no sewage, no fresh water. They have moved there to feed the poor, give some medical attention. I'm taking on the responsibility of helping raise some money to build a hospital. Why would I do that? Why would they do that? It's the right thing to do. It's simple as that. It's the right thing to do. Why do you set somebody else to God? Right thing to do. Thank you all very much.
There's more. Coach, you can't go down yet. We heard, somebody told us that you were a collector of badges. I hope that's true. Somebody told us you were a collector of badges. So our police department prepared for you a very special shadow box with all the different badges of our police department when we started about 6 years ago. And I would think that
First of all, I do collect badges. I've got the best badge collection in the world. I've got over 700 individual badges because I appreciate what our law enforcement people do. They lay it on line every day. Most of us never do. So I have a beautiful
that got up and left. That means a whole lot. Thank you so much. At this time, I would like to please recognize the members of our committee. If we can have them stand up. Joshua Vegas, Amparo Ortiz, Weezy Steen, Mr. Clark Welter, thank you so much, and thank you in particular for getting Coach to us here today. Ms. Arlene Patterson, and I hope I haven't missed anyone. Thank you so much for making this event possible through all your hard work. Thank you, committee members. Secondly, but certainly not lastly, I want to take this opportunity to thank our wonderful sponsors. I hope you will look in your program to see the generosity of so many and to see the action of the words that Coach Stallings gave us today. In particular, I do want to recognize our Dreammaker $25,000 sponsor, Bartlett Clock. Thank you so much for your generosity to our event. We have, of course, the Rosewind of the Mace family and the Tower of Hope, the Holt, Henry Munoz, Zachary Corporation, Walter Exploration and Lindsay Productions, Weezy and John Steen. Please read the rest of the sponsors who are here. They are many and they are very generous. Remember that your dollars go to send young people to Texas A&M San Antonio, a place that they might not otherwise come because oftentimes they may not have the money. You saw the stories of 3 of our students. There are many students like these 3 young women, many young men, many single men, many veterans, many returners to the university. So once again, I thank you. My last plea, don't forget, for those of you, it is your first time, but not your last time, take an envelope, fill it out, leave a donation, or make a pledge, because that pledge that you make today and that dollar that you leave today will forever impact the life of a student. Thank you so much. We hope to see you next year. Have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, Randy, our MC. Thank you, the staff.